I loved every bit of it from the first moment. The design of sharing knowledge, the participation, everybody, all inclusive. Everybody at some point had something to say. There was no participant that did not say something at a particular time, and that to me meant a lot. It built our confidence. We got to know the strengths and weaknesses of each of us, and we got to see how to assist everyone in dealing with these issues.
My expectations of doing the Atelier was really to meet with like minds from around the world, and that certainly has come true.
It was really great having been asked the question about our Dream Festival before we arrived here in Johannesburg. So to have that was kind of like a dual conversation that ran alongside my thinking throughout the week.
The world we live in today has no simple solutions. The challenges we face are quite complicated, and to upskill a network of festival leaders who all have a platform to act and react from is something that is needed and necessary and urgent today, so they can also plan their festivals and their programs from a global perspective.
We realize that there's a broader conversation globally around the kinds of questions that festival managers are asking here. And I think festivals often take upon themselves the burden of responding to some pretty deep social and political and educational and artistic challenges. It's really wonderful to be strengthening a network, to be making sure that those conversations aren't stuck in one national context, but actually are part of what's happening to change contexts for art making in the world now.
I think to be able to participate in this kind of a program is so enriching on so many levels. You gain new perspectives, you gain inspiration, but especially you gain a group of new friends. It's 7 days, so that's quite long. It's not a 2-day conference. And what you take home with you is really this feeling of human connections and the possibility to engage with each other and share in each stories and to collaborate afterwards.
Atelier has been such a profound experience, and it's so important for the global community, for South Africa, and I think most importantly, we always get projects coming from Europe and Western and global North that are about benevolence. They always see Africa as a place where we're giving stuff to, you know. And I think what Inga and Laurie and the team have been able to successfully put together is a very circular and democratic space where everyone feels like an equal contributing to a global conversation.
It just made me dream broader and wider, so it's way more beyond my expectations. I'm considering about my project in economic dynamics and also political dynamics. Before I didn't. I just considering in the artist perspective.
For people to leave here having been provoked around some of the key global themes and how those impact on their festivals. And I think to maintain relationships, post-festival, and to let what has happened at this particular atelier feed into ateliers of the past in terms of alumni who've graduated from previous academies being alerted, to the kinds of themes that have been dealt with here, and that this becomes a basis for future academies as well.
Apart from all the ateliers that we have in Europe and in Asia, that we did already in the MENA region, we really try to extend this activity to other regions, other continents, to really enable a global conversation between festival managers.
I think the mentors have been excellent as well, I have to say. The openness that they've kind of attended this atelier with, and the keenness that they have to answer your questions, share their ideas, and give you advice as well, because you're talking about people who are at the very top of their game with a lot of experience. That's a gift. A lot of people on this atelier are at the very beginning of their career, so to get great advice from people who have 30 years experience face to face, it's very difficult to get that outside of this context.
It was really useful because we're thinking about how do we dream, how do we enact what we want to do, and I'm going away with actually some real tangible solutions and operational models that have given me confidence and renewed affirmation of different ways to work and operate as a cultural activist and programmer across Africa, which is really great.
We have an alumni network today counting 500 people coming from more than 70 countries. It's a really powerful tool in today's world of people, activists, festival leaders coming from all over the world with which you can engage, with which you can work together.
And I think it's wonderful to bring everyone in the room and for once to be able to engage in a global conversation, for everyone to still draw from their personal experiences and their personal contexts, for us to be able to get a better understanding that we're all working for the same common purpose, that festivals are dynamic components in the arts sector.
And not just Southern Africa, but also going into Northern Africa, because we tend to get so insular and so sort of working around a problem or a challenge that we're experiencing in the industry or in terms of our festival. And this idea of actually just stepping outside of our day-to-day routine and being able to share and being able to ask for help. To kind of go like, we don't know all the answers, but so we ask for help, and other people's experiences, other people's expertise comes in, and we walk away with lots of questions, but feeling really, really enriched.
What am I taking home? I mean, John Carney walked into the room while I was in a panel discussion. I'm taking that home with me, right?